Imagine waking up every day feeling calm, centered, and ready to face whatever life throws at you. No more spiraling thoughts, no more emotional chaos, just a sense of balance and clarity guiding you through. Emotional well-being isn't just a luxury, it's the foundation for a truly fulfilling life. And the best part? Achieving it doesn't require years of struggle or complicated techniques. Buddhist wisdom has gifted us simple, transformative habits that can unlock this peace within us. By the end of this video, you'll discover 7 life-changing practices that will not only boost your emotional health, but also help you see the world and yourself in a whole new light. Stay with me, because what you're about to learn might just be the key to the inner happiness you've been searching for, the silent force that forms every part of our lives, emotional well-being. What occurs when our emotions are balanced? We find our way to challenges with clarity, form stronger connections in work and in intimate relationships, and decide with confidence. Even the simplest of tasks overwhelm us when emotions overwhelm us. According to Buddhism, inner peace is not something you find accidentally, it's something you work on. And it's by cultivating with mindfulness our emotional well-being that we build a life full of harmony, joy, and resilience flow. And this is what allows us to actually really thrive, whatever life throws at us. Let's explore the 7 habits that transfer your life. Habit 1. Start each day with a clear intention. When you wake up every morning, that's a choice. You can choose to let the day pull you in every which way, like a leaf caught in the wind, or you can take charge, beginning with a single clear intention. And it's not just a buzzword or a quote you can read. This is one of the easiest yet most transformational habits you can adopt. In Buddhism, there's a profound teaching. What you think, you become. Seeds of thought and emotion are some things your thoughts and emotions are like, and every morning you plant some of them. Thinking of picking the seeds for the life you want to grow begins your day with a clear intention. It is a tone for how you approach your challenges, how you interact with the other humans, and even how you feel about you. An intention is never about what you need to get up and do right now. It's about how you want to live. Let's say, I'll finish my tasks, or I'll do my work well, instead of, I'll face my tasks with calm focus. Rather than obsessing over the relationships in your life, you might decide that you'll respond today with kindness, no matter what. The shift in this small mental mindset goes on to create a wave of impact on everything you will interact with, everything you will decide, ending up affecting your emotional well-being. Science backs this up too. Research indicates that people become less stressed and more able to control their emotions when they begin their day with mindful reflection or goal setting. And the beauty of this habit? It doesn't take much time. It doesn't have to be done when you're stuck in a jam, so you can do it while lying in bed with your morning tea, or even a few moments of silence before the dawn of your day. Suppose you begin your day without an intention. Every email, message, or problem is greeted by you, rushing into the chaos with your daily reaction. You're overwhelmed by noon, frustrated because nothing worked, and emotionally drained. This is what the world gets you to do with your mood and energy. You ground yourself in an intention, like putting on armor. You get your move through the day and don't find yourself discombobulated. Your energy is set in the morning and you stay balanced. Recently, we've learned from Buddhism to live mindfully, not by accident or on autopilot, but with awareness. A morning intention is a mindfulness practice, a means to infuse meaning into a single, everyday moment. It's like lighting a candle in a dark room. It doesn't solve the darkness outside, but it does make your way brighter. You might start with something as simple as a mantra. I will choose to be at peace today, or I will be patient with challenges. Write it down, repeat it to yourself, keep it close, just like a compass to help you when the emotions threaten to drown you. This habit is deceptively powerful because it trains your mind to focus on what truly matters. Feeling good in the moment isn't all it's about. It's about building a strong, durable, emotional structure over time. And as you practice, you'll notice something amazing. You don't feel as though the days are controlling you anymore. You're in control of how you respond to life. So tomorrow morning, pause. Before you check your phone, before the noise of the world rushes in, take a moment to set your intention. It might feel small, but remember, small steps, when repeated, create extraordinary changes. With this one habit, you're not just starting a new day, you're starting a new way of living. Habit 2. Practice deep listening. Deep listening in a world of noise where everyone is chattering but listening, only a few, is a rare and very powerful gift. Now it has to be about hearing somebody's words and being fully present without judgment, without interruption, open-hearted. Deep listening is a skill, and when you master this skill, you also change your inner world and your relationships with people. One of the Buddhist teachings is about mindful listening, which means that you are paying full attention to what the other person is saying, how they are feeling, and even in the silence. Vulnerable acts like that are an act of compassion, a way to show that you respect and value someone's experience. Deep listening is good for the person listening to you, as well as good for you. The last time you really listened to someone without thinking about what you were going to say or getting a word in for yourself? How did it feel? It may just have helped you feel connected, understood, even peaceful. Now notice how that's different from a conversation where you weren't present and were either scrolling through your phone or mentally rehearsing your next point. Sadly, in most cases, those moments could turn into frustration, communication that fails, and emotional tension. Breaking that cycle is possible in deep listening. When you only concentrate on the person next to you, you provide them with a safe space to talk. And here's the surprising part. Long gone is the idea that healing relationships means healing your own emotions. This practice does both. Listening deeply takes you out of your own mind and its endless buzz. Instead of reacting impulsively, you start to observe. It allows time for your emotions to settle, so your mind can feel clear and calm. Understanding why others do what they do and what they really do is key to eliminating much of the emotional pain, Buddhism says. Failing to understand people and being misunderstood cause much of your pain. However, deep listening closes the gap. That's enough to allow you to see past the words and into the intentions and emotions that create them. Take, for instance, you have someone's harsh tone around you and you react immediately. Until you pay attention, you may at least attribute it to his or her trauma or aggravation. It doesn't change what happened, but it can soften your response, replacing it with compassion. Here's how you can start practicing deep listening. When someone speaks to you, stop your inner dialogue. Don't judge, analyze, or prepare your reply. Instead, just focus all of your attention on their words, the way they say it, and how they're saying it. Once your mind starts to go, feel for it to return to the here and now. Also, when they are done speaking, take a minute before answering. It helps create space to begin to understand. This habit impacts in huge ways. In your presence, people will feel seen and heard, and that in itself can deepen your connection with them. However, you will realize a change yourself. The more you start to be observant rather than reactive, the less chaotic your emotions will feel. The conversations with patience and empathy will feel a lot easier, and even easier in difficult situations. It takes practice to stop thinking and instead just listen to someone else. And each time you do, you're not just making your relationships better, You're building inner peace. So the next time someone speaks to you, try this. Stop everything else and focus on them. Do not just listen with your ears, but with your heart. But you'll be amazed by how much this simple act brings the emotional clarity and connection. Habit 3. Let go of comparisons. There's a silent thief that steals your joy and robs you of peace every time you look at someone else's life. Comparison. It creeps into your mind. You're not enough, or it's better off for someone else or anywhere else in your journey. The thing is, comparison is one of the most debasing routines around. It gets to weigh you down emotionally until you begin to feel stressed, inadequate, and alienated from who you really are. Attachment is the Buddhism teacher. The suffering is when we attach. We attach to ideas, to expectations, to comparing ourselves to others. The beauty and the uniqueness of your own path get forgotten when you compare your life to another person's. You do not see your own growth, achievement, or potential. The fact is, you are supposed to not be like anyone else. You can walk your own path in your own time and own your own experiences. The problem with comparison, however, is that it's a false narrative. Today, we spend so much time in the digmunities, which are basically the highlight reels of others' lives, that we seldom see the negatives. When you compare your behind-the-scenes reality against someone else's curated moments, you start to feel as though you're not being enough. However, this isn't real life. This is just an illusion that makes you insecure and makes you disappointed. It doesn't mean you stop learning or growing by watching how others do. It is just you shifting the focus back to your own journey. Instead, I recommend making a habit of celebrating your own progress and not feeling inferior as such by looking to someone else's success. If it's a step forward, whatever it is, it's a victory. Proof of your strength and resilience is every step you take to hurdle every single challenge you have ever faced and triumphed. There's something in Buddhism called right effort, which is to say, focus on your own path instead of fighting another battle with something detrimental to your own health and well-being. It has nothing to do with being pulled in two directions or being hindered in some way by where others are at in their walk, or even whether I am in my own walk or not. Comparison kills your peace and sets you up to measure up. You start to understand that the value you have isn't tied up in comparison versus others, and that value has less to do with who you are and who you want to be, and more about the road you're traveling. That's the key to getting out of the comparison trap. Everyone's path is different. Your path is yours and yours alone, and does not need to look like anyone else's to be an entirely good and meaningful journey. Whenever you customize to your own passions and development, you're setting yourself up for really emotional fullness, self-well-being coming from self-respect and self-recognition. When you drop the comparison, you start the conversation to allow your own happiness to have space. You learn to love your story, your good stories, your progress, and who you are becoming. As you walk your own rainbow, you bring emotional peace and joy naturally because there is no burden of comparison. Habit 4. Journaling for emotional clarity. Out-of-control emotions make you feel like you're drowning in a sea of confusion. You just think when thoughts swirl, anxiety builds, and you try to fit together the pieces that are in a whirlwind. Yet there's a really simple but unbelievably effective way to take hold of this emotional chaos. Journaling, simply writing down your thoughts and feelings, makes a record of your day, but creating an emotional clarity process helps you untangle complicated emotions and calm the mind. Self-reflection has always been focused on in Buddhism. On many occasions, a space is created to understand the insight of the monks who spend time thinking of their thoughts and actions. Journaling is the same thing, letting you step away from your emotions and see them from afar. It's sort of like having a conversation with yourself. You get to ask, what's actually going on here? And Why do I feel this way? If you put your thoughts on paper, you give them form, and with form start to make sense. Because it's so emotional, it's hard to see things clearly. While angry, sad, anxious or unsure might sound like feelings you have without clarity, these feelings can spin out of control. Journaling gives you an opportunity to be free when you want to express these emotions. It's a safe place created specifically so that you can explore the interior world and boundaries within you without fear of any judgment. While writing, words make order of jumbled emotions, giving them form and meaning. It becomes manageable what was once overwhelming. The reason journaling works so well is because it gives you the opportunity to see patterns in the way you think and the way you react emotionally. Writing regularly offers a chance to recognize patterns in your thoughts that are stressful or to uncover deeper causes for what you're feeling. Neither self-awareness nor emotional growth begins at this level. Whether it be Buddhist teachings urging us to watch our thoughts without any attachment or journaling, it simply allows you to watch your thoughts the way they are. Your emotions are no longer carried away with you. Rather, you begin to notice them, think about them, and begin to understand them more clearly. But journaling also creates space for gratitude, which alone can shake your emotional state to its core. If your mind is covered in negative thoughts, then it's very easy to just not see the positives in your life. However, a little effort to jot down what you appreciate, starting with that warm cup of tea or that kind word from a friend, will start to shift your vision from lack to abundance. In Buddhism, this practice is on the same level as mindful practice, which focuses on the present moment and finding the beauty in everything, no matter how small it is. One of the most potent ways journaling can serve you is to teach you how to unburden yourself of difficult emotions. Whenever we have to suffer, we want to suppress our feelings, to be away from our feelings. However, not dealing with emotions means you will find more misery. There is nothing to be afraid of when journaling. It allows you to face these emotions head-on, writing about your struggles, your fears, your pain. It may seem weird, but in some ways, writing about it allows you to release some of that shame, some of that power. Writing about yourself and then expressing things you are feeling honestly on paper helps with the emotional release and creates a sense of relief and catharsis. Journaling is so simple and so beautiful. There's no need to be a good writer. You don't have to get it perfect. The aim isn't to make a compelling story. It's to tell what's real to you without hiding anything. Whether you take 5 minutes at a time or for hours, the journaling act brings emotional clarity, emotional balance, and emotional calm. Now, if you've been feeling overwhelmed, stuck, or emotionally drained, you might want to journal. Begin with just a couple of minutes each day and allow the words to happen naturally. It should be your personal space for self-reflection and emotional clarity of what is happening. So, over time, you'll see that this simple habit can be used to calm your mind, help you understand your emotions, and come to the inner peace that is derived when you truly know yourself. Habit 5. Daily moments of stillness. Your daily life rushes. You feel as though you are constantly moving, reacting, and striving for some things. It is goals, deadlines, or just trying to keep up with life requirements. But here's the thing. It doesn't happen when you're always on the go. You never allow yourself to really recharge and find balance. Well, that's the power of stillness. Buddhism shows us the great value in just being in time, without distraction, without doing, and without any thoughts or doing. That's what we call stillness. It's the gap of thought. It's the space to reset with yourself. It's the quiet to bring harmony to the mind. When you're living in a world that's always on the move, stillness is what helps you stay grounded. And let's be honest for a moment. How often do you truly give yourself permission to be still? For many of us, being still feels strange or uncomfortable, almost useless, as if we're doing something wrong by not staying busy all the time. But you need to understand that these quiet moments aren't a luxury. They're essential for your emotional health. When you pause for just a few minutes each day to stop and breathe, you're giving your body and mind the space they need to rest and recover. Picture this. Your day has been hectic, your mind overflowing, and your emotions filled with stress and tension all over the place. Now, instead of forcing yourself to keep going, you choose to sit quietly for just 5 minutes. Close your eyes, take a deep breath or two, and stop worrying about where your thoughts are going. Let them pass by without holding on or judging them. That simple action has just created a moment of calm within all the chaos. In those few minutes of stillness, you're reminded of what peace, clarity, and balance feel like. It's a small habit, but it makes a big difference. Mindfulness and meditation are key parts of Buddhism, built on the main idea of returning to stillness, letting go of the world's noise, and taking in the quiet present that lives within you. It's not about clearing your mind completely or reaching some perfect state. It's about having the grace to pause, to step away from the storm of your thoughts, and to find a moment of presence right now. And here's the best part. Meditation doesn't have to last long or be some difficult practice to matter. You can fit it into your day, even in the tiniest moments. Maybe it's just taking a short break while waiting for your coffee to brew, a few deep breaths before a meeting, or sitting quietly for a moment during a busy lunch hour. When I make space for these moments regularly, they build up over time and bring a sense of emotional peace and clarity, which makes it easier to go through the day with less stress. To me, stillness is a part of emotional hygiene. Just like you clean your house to feel more organized, you also need to clear your mind and emotions to keep your inner world clean and balanced. Without taking time to be still, your thoughts can get messy and your emotions can become tangled in stress and worry. When you choose to make time for stillness, you give yourself the chance to reset and recharge. But when life gets busy, it's not always simple. You make room for fresh ideas to come through, for new perspectives to form, and for yourself to grow emotionally. Sometimes, the biggest changes for your emotional well-being come from doing less. You don't need to keep working endlessly or react to everything. You can still move forward. Just by pausing for a moment each day, even for just a minute, you connect with the deep peace inside you that's always there. With that in mind, stay still as you move through your day. You don't have to lose yourself in the noise and rush of life. Pause, breathe, just be. Stillness should be a part of your daily routine, and there's no reason why it can't be 5 minutes in the morning, during your lunch, or before bed. You'll be amazed at how this small habit can bring a big shift in inner peace, emotional clarity, and a natural sense of balance that lasts long after the stillness is gone. Without making big changes to your life, you can start adding these habits today, and that's what really matters. Just begin with one habit. It could be journaling, sitting in stillness, or anything else that feels right. Start small and grow from there. The most important thing is being consistent. You don't need to spend hours to feel the difference. What truly matters is taking these small moments every single day. Remember, change doesn't happen all at once, but with steady effort, you'll begin to see your emotional well-being shift toward more peace, clarity, and joy. It's this choice to act today that leads you toward a calmer and more meaningful life. Start now. There's no such thing as a perfect time. Choose one small habit, no matter how tiny, and begin making it a regular part of your daily routine. As you keep practicing these habits over time, you'll start to feel more peace and joy in your emotional life, and begin to live a life that feels more like what you truly want. So, which habit will you begin with? Let's support and motivate each other on this path, Share your choice in the comments below. If you're looking for more life-changing wisdom to help you live a balanced and fulfilling life, make sure to subscribe and stay connected for more powerful content. Taking these steps is truly worth it. It can lead you to a more emotionally healthy life. Let's walk this journey together.